Good afternoon, or good morning. It's still good morning, I believe. I want to say thank you for coming out on this fabulous Charlotte fall day to have a very important conversation with a very important person.
Hello, 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 hello. My name is Joe Biden. Wear a mask. They estimate that would save about close to 89, 90,000 people. My Lord, holy mackerel, I didn't know it was this bad. And, talking to, well, I won't go into it. I'm talking too much now in my opening statement. But here's the point. The point is, I believe we have a gigantic opportunity to fundamentally change possibilities. That's what this is all about. I think we got a gigantic opportunity in the year 2020 to make these changes. And with that, as my mother would say, I'm going to hush up and take any questions y'all have. And I'm going to get out of the way here. Dr. King being assassinated, major part of our city was burned to the ground. That's how I got engaged. And a lot of my support came out of that HBCU. Look, for example, I kid two of the guys that are on my co-sponsors of my campaign, African Americans. They talk themselves as Morgan men. I'm a Morgan man. And that's why the economists had predicted prior to, and I'll end with this, I'm telling you too much, but because I'm pretty passionate about this.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. The Vice President would like to hear from you, so I'd like to recognize someone that might have a question in this for this forum.
This is you think, oh my Lord, why do we have a 3-year-old go to school? They learn as rapidly as a 6-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 14-year-old, and they just suck it all up. They just suck it all up, number one. Number two, my wife's a full-time teacher. My wife has never stopped. And it's bizarre, crazy for us. Everybody, across the board. And so that's why we also have to make sure that we provide for. This is not like, this is not something that we have. Just to give you a little idea, I carry this card with me because everybody says, well, Biden's going to raise all taxes and everybody's going to be in trouble and what we're going to do here. Let me see if I can find it, if I have it here. Anyway, I have a list of how I will fund every single thing. No tax. Zero, okay? Let's give you an example. So there's much more I could talk, but my point is, it will not, and by the way, I went to undergraduate and graduate school, but I was very flattered that I think it's 14 Nobel laureates in economics just endorsed me. There's an outfit, am I telling you too much? You want me to stop? Okay. I really get it. This drives me crazy. Right now, we're in a situation where if you take a look, so the way we're doing this is the way, I'll end with this. The president was in Ohio, I guess a couple days ago at a rally. I don't want to misquote him. And he said at the rally, and I wrote this down, he said that we're virtually turned the corner. I got elected when I was 29 years old. I come from a very modest family. I was not bragging about it, but I was listed as the poorest man in Congress for 36 years because I didn't think you were supposed to earn any money while you're there other than your salary. But the problem was for 5 years, I watched how hard he worked. I don't know how you do it. You got to love it. Even in good times, I think you're crazy. But I promise you, I guarantee you, if I'm elected, you'll get both the PPE, plastic shields in front of the cashiers, to a lot of things you can do to make it safe. I can really do yes or no if you ask me the easy questions. This has been the most corrupt administration in modern American history. He actually has them representing him on women who accused him of rape, and I mean, where does that come from? But most of all, most of all, I would have an attorney general who understood his oath of office. Not a joke. Or go after this person, like, go after Hillary, or, what I mean, this kind of stuff. I get asked the question all the time by the press that travels with me, is the politicization of the Department of Justice.
So on behalf of all of the people that are here today, thank you for giving us your time.
Who's the fellow who runs 26 organizations for housing? The public. Because it is a gigantic, gigantic, gigantic undertaking. And unless we can get people into housing, unless we can provide for housing, unless we can stop the gentrification where people are left out, we're going to be in real trouble. I'm part of the reason I do this, and what I miss about being able to do larger engagements.
Well, Mr. Vice President, I understand we're going to have a group photo, so everybody has their mask on.
Don't jump. Is this still on? Every time I'd walk out of my Grandpa Finnegan's house up in Scranton when I'd leave, he'd yell, "Joey, keep the faith." And my grandmother would yell, "No, Joey, spread the faith."
They're really showing themselves to do really well. Come on, man.